Conjugate Nation Chapter 4. It was a very exciting week, both in the gym and out of the gym. I opened up the week with a max effort football bar press on grip 3. It's my last warm-up at 275 for 2, then I moved into 315 for 2. This was probably one of the longest reps of my life. We drove it up to the top, and I hit a big sticking point. Hands started to slip a little bit. Light flashed before my eyes, but we finished it up. Then I figured I'd hit some volume. My left rear delt has been locked up for some odd reason the last week, so I stayed with the football bar for both my max effort day and my dynamic effort day, hoping to alleviate some of that stress. Spend a little bit more time on shoulder mobility this week also. Here's Kyle working with 260 for a set of 10. He has his ring finger on the smooth. He's working a little bit of a wider grip. Louis Simmons definitely preaches a wide grip bench if you're at a sticking point or if you're stuck in your bench. I know Kyle thinks that he is. He's a 380 bencher in competition, and things just haven't been working too good for him, so he's trying to mix it up a little bit. He's become a big fan of these. These are just like an isolated row. He uses his cambered bar here for an extra little bit of range of motion. I like to use dumbbells for my range of motion, but either way, you're both of these exercises, whether dumbbell or camber bar, are hitting the right areas in the upper back. You're looking at the rear delt, and you want to blow that up. Here's Steve, a nice 315 for 1. He should have doubled that. He's coming back from vacation. He's the Cali kid, but he's back. And that looked good. I know he was happy with it. Here's Kyle's 155 for 10. He ends up hitting it, cuts off at 5. He had a little technical difficulties again on Saturday with his front squat, but that was a good overhead press, a lot of volume for him. Here's my dynamic effort day. This is week 1 of the bow bar. Like I said, my elbow's been flaring up. My shoulder has been tight, so I think I'm going to go back to a safety squat bar next week. I'm going to continue with the chain weight, but I'll probably take 55% of my max in the safety squat bar and work from there. Here is a second level or second transition you could do. I've been using dumbbells with this, just a banded RDL around my hip, really to isolate my glutes and my hamstrings. I moved into a barbell, and I've increased the weight. So this is 185. I worked with about 3 sets. I don't think I did 12 to 15 reps. I was lit up pretty much most of the week, so I'm going to keep those in my training program and see if that pays off. Here's Kyle working back to sumo training. He's going to continue to work beltless. When he hit his last PR in the deadlift, he exclusively pulled sumo in training. Then all of a sudden, on his second attempt in the deadlift, he's in the competition. He decided to pull. Actually, it was his third attempt. He decided to pull conventional, and he PR'd. I think this is because he's building his hips up. He's building up his glutes, and that's going to transfer over to his conventional pull. I also believe that it's keeping his back a lot healthier. He's not getting as much stress using that sumo stance as you will a conventional stance. And in training, you're trying to build. You're not trying to beat yourself up. Here, just some reverse hypers on an off day that I hit. Like I said, I stuck with the football bar for my bench days. I did 10 sets of 5 here, and I alternated the grips, so I did basically 2 sets of 5, one with the outside grip on 3, and then inside grip on grip 2, just to work that lockout and that explosiveness to the top of the lift. I haven't done shrugs probably since 2005. I decided to get them in today, kind of work that upper back area, change it up a little bit. Everybody loves to do shrugs. Definitely a bro lift. Speaking of bro, here he is. Steven lifts more, grinding out 185 for 2. He's been under the weather the last week or two with traveling back and forth. His overhead day and his bench were pretty good. So 185 for 2 was awesome for him. And then earlier in the week, we already saw him hit 315 for 1. Here's Kyle's last warm-up. He's using 531 percentages with a front squat. So he bangs out 305 for 5, and then his second set where his camera fell over ended up being 345 for 5. Kyle does a good job. He has a very strong upper back. We're going to see it in the next couple of weeks when we mock meet or whenever we go to a meet, if all that upper back work's been paying off, but I think it will. Here's a challenge. Steve wanted to see if he could double overhand 405, and he did not. Negative. He was all fired up about it, but he came back, hit a nice quick speed pull here with it, and it looked good. Like I said, he's been under the weather, so just for him to get into the gym is a testament to his determination to get stronger. So here's my dad, 275 for 3 sets of 2. The old man loves pulling. He loves deadlifting. Doesn't like anything else, but he likes to deadlift. This is a big day for me. I ended up treating this squat day like a meet. So this is my first attempt. 450. My goal for the last probably 12 weeks has been to hit a 500-pound box squat, and things were feeling good today, so I went for it. First attempt was 450. Second attempt here is 485. This one felt relatively good. I caved in my upper back a little bit, so I hit a sticking point, but I drove it up through. And on my third one, I was very calm for some odd reason. I think I knew I had it. My strength levels had been there. My form was dialed in, and in 505. I was pretty excited about it. It's been a goal of mine for a long time, and I finally did it. So checking PRs and goals off your list is always a good thing, and I'll continue to do that. Ended up working up in the deadlift a little bit then afterwards. Hit 455 for one, and here is 500. I haven't pulled 500 in a long time, so here it is.